Welcome back, everyone, to the thrilling conclusion of the Q&A trilogy that has been running on this channel for the past 17 years. Thank you very much for being patient. We're going to dive in to the rest of the questions. Hopefully we'll get them all finished today, otherwise this won't be a trilogy. It'll be a quadrilogy? Is there like a really cheesy 90s term for a quadrilogy? I don't know. Answers in the comments. I've just woken up. I've got myself a cup of tea. This Q&A video is going to be terrible. But anyway, here we go. Right, Taran J3997 asks, if you could, what kind of game would you make? Now, I think I already answered a very similar question to this in a previous part. It would probably be an RPG of some kind, or maybe a horror game. A horror game would be really fun to make, because I've always wanted to like write a horror story, and I do apologize if I'm giving a different answer here, but my brain just changes all the time. I wish I had more brain consistency. But yeah, maybe like a really messed up psychological horror game. That would also be really fun. Maybe a mixture of the two, because you know there's been games that do mix those two. I really want to play Parasite Eve. Never played any of those games. I know that they're kind of like Resident Evil mixed with Final Fantasy. I really do want to check those out. Sadly, the first one never came out over here. Get on that remaster re-release Square, please. I know 2 came out over here, but maybe I'll check them out one day. Yeah, probably something like that. Dark Bahamut 009, or is it 009? Congratulations, Mage. You have successfully brainwashed 30,000 plus people. You mad genius. Seriously though, that is the perfect term for it, brainwashed. I don't know how I convinced that many of you to click that sub button. I have no idea. Seriously though, absolutely well done, and thanks for the terrific content. You bring us, you legend, question time. Q Ragtime Mouse. Excellent. If you could live in any world... I should have actually played that music throughout this whole Q&A series. That would have been pretty clever. Did not think of it. If you could live in any world in any video game you've ever played, what would it be, and what specific part of that world, if applicable? Now, again, I've definitely answered this before. I think it was FF8. I think. I would love to just live at Balam Garden, or Balam, or Win Hill. Win Hill's lovely. Win Hill's very nice. Maybe a little bit too quiet to live in. I think I said this in a playthrough I did, but maybe it'd be nice to have like family to go and visit there, like grandparents or something. That'd be really chill. But yeah, probably FF8 if I had to pick. I mean, I'd love to live in Lindblom in 9, but I think I'd soon struggle with the lack of video games, and I feel like FF8's world could have video games, so that probably wins out for me. But thank you very much for the question, my dude. Appreciate it. Oh my gosh, 21 smiley face. Yay! My question is, what a game you'd love to revisit to the channel again? Phenomenal grammar, geeky. Love it. Not suggesting any or betting for a particular answer. Promise. I think she might be referring to Dark Chronicle. Dark Cloud 2. Congrats, Mage. You are fantastic, and I'm so lucky to be a part of this community. No, I am so lucky to have you a part of this community, even if you scare me a little bit. What game would I like to revisit for the channel? Well, I've recently started MGS1 again for like the 4th time. Dark Chronicle, I would love to revisit at some point again, because in fact I've been streaming that occasionally recently. It's just such a good game. What game would I like to revisit? I've been thinking I would like to redo my Jak and Daxter Let's Plays, specifically 2 and 3, because especially 2, because that's really old, and I love those games. Maybe the Jak series one of these days, whenever I find time to jump back into those, because they're always fun and always lead to a bit of fail. Especially Jak 2 is such a difficult game. Yeah, I'd probably say those, maybe. Because I've already revisited so many games on the channel, like Dragon Quest VIII, Metal Gear, Final Fantasy IX, so many. But yeah, maybe those. Maybe those. But thank you for the question, Geeky. Thank you very much. Matthew McCulis 3159. Congratulations, well deserved. Such great content through the years. My question, would you be jealous or happy for Yangus if he married Beatrix? Yangus if he... Wow, that's quite the crossover. Oh, I'd be incredibly jealous. I'd be murderous. Why? It should have been me. It should have been me. Why Yang? I mean, I love Yangus, though. To be fair, I would be happy for him. Although I don't think Beatrix would be his type. I think him and Red. I think him and Red are a thing, definitely. Beatrix is mine. Thank you for the question. Darren Ardron 6953. I'm really sorry. I'm probably it's not even 6 a.m. yet. It's not even 6 a.m. yet. Why I'm losing control of my life. You have a VV, cute. You're from UK, also cool. XXX. I am indeed, and I do have a VV, and he's back on my computer for this video because I'm lazy. Speckathy, congrats on this milestone. I say a celebratory Ghost Runner 2 demo is in order. It's free. Joke. She's not joking. She's not joking. She really wants me to play Ghost Runner 2. With which male and female FF character would you fancy a recurring Friday night drink? Oh, that's a good question. A recurring Friday night drink. Female and male FF character. Now, usually, when people ask me, oh, what FF character would you... It'd be Vivi, but I think he's a bit too young to be drinking. And I also don't know if he has a mouth. So... Whoa. Who would I... Balthier. Actually, maybe Balthier and Fran. Because I think they would have a lot of chemistry and a lot of banter. Maybe Balthier and Fran. Maybe. I mean, I could go for something really off-kilter and go for, like... Setzer or someone, because I feel like he fancies a drink, but he also creeps me out a little bit, so probably wouldn't pick him. I reckon, yeah, I'm gonna go with Balthier and Fran. I think that would be a wonderful recurring Friday night drink. The stories, the laughs we would have, oh man, absolutely. I'm going with that. Thanks, Spec. D Kirby 9052. Congrats on the subs. So here's my question. FF13 when? Lol. Half joking, by the way. I don't even think you're half joking. I will get around to 13 eventually. I did want to do it this year. But I think it's probably going to be next year. Maybe after Rebirth. I'm going to say after Rebirth. We'll do it after Rebirth. Because I really want to replay it. It's the game that got me started on YouTube, and it's a game that means a lot to me. And I'm curious to see how it holds up in my brain. So that will happen eventually. Thank you very much for the question. Alio961, well-deserved friend. You are an all-star in my book. Oh, thanks. Cue the song. Zenny the Bachia? I'm so sorry. Do you know that you look like Stuart Ashens? Oh god, they've asked 3 questions. Here we go. I don't know who Stuart Ashens is. I might have to Google him quickly. Who's Stuart Ashens? Stuart Ashens. Oh, he's a British comedian. I did not know that I looked like him. Kind of. A little bit. I'm still recording on it. I'm still recording. Why is your Facebook profile gone? Can we follow you on IG? I don't have an IG. Well, I do, but it's mostly just personal. And I don't use Facebook anymore because I can't be bothered with it. Are you single? Do you want to have kids someday? Or are you the type who wants dogs for kids? Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I am single. I do not want to have kids someday. And dogs are great. Although, again, I'm really bad at looking after myself. I don't think I would have my own pet. Maybe one day. I don't know. Maybe one day. But thank you for the questions. The Chancer 88. Congratulations, Mage. What is your most memorable moment from a video game? Oh my god, there's so many to choose from. Frick. There's so many good ones. I mean, I could pick any moment from any Metal Gear game or Final Fantasy game. Or anything like I think most memorable. I think it might be that scene in BioShock 1. I think we all know what it is. I'm not going to spoil it because everyone should experience that for themselves. Maybe that one. I also think, like, leaving the prison in Oblivion for the first time, that was very memorable to me because that was, like, my first big open-world RPG game. And I was just so overwhelmed. Kind of the same with leaving Fallout 3, the vault, for the first time. That's really memorable. The beginning of The Last of Us. Oh my god. Yes. Trying to think of something a little bit more, like, older. I mean, I'm probably just gonna say the Psycho Mantis boss fight in MGS1. That's so memorable for so many reasons. So yeah, take your pick out of those. I can't choose just one. There's so many. There's so many. Thank you for the very good question though. Yoshi 2003, congratulations on 30,127 subs. It's very well deserved. Here's to the next 30,127. Thank you very much. Outside of playing the odd video game, what is something that you enjoy doing in your spare time? The worst question I know. Or what is your favorite food? Well, I think I may have answered some of these. I really do like just going for a couple of drinks with some friends, playing some pool. I love watching a good movie, although recently I've not watched nearly as many as I would like to. Yeah, I'd probably say that. And what is my favorite food? Well, again, it's probably some sort of Indian curry. I do like toad in the hole. I do like pizza. I love spaghetti bolognese. But yeah, it's probably curry. And I think many of you already know that because I'm just obsessed. Thank you very much, Yoshi. Great questions. Anne asks, congrats on the round number. Yes, finally, 30,127, right? Freaking congrats on the 30k, dude. Proud of you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Skycaster, can't think of any question right now, but huge congrats. No probs. Thank you very much. Makes my job easier reading this. User MG, are you married? No, I am not. You may notice just the way that I live. I don't think I'm married. Jeff Wallace. Hey, I don't think the numbers really matter. Congratulations, Mage. I know you are a Tomb Raider fan, just like so many of us. Do you think you could manage to do a Let's Play for 3 of the best games ever made, the Remaster Collection, because now... because no one does Let's Plays like you, and it will be truly amazing. Oh, well, that's very kind of you to say. Keep doing what you do best. Cheers, Jeff. I would love to find time to do the Remaster collection of Tomb Raider. I'm definitely going to be playing them at some point. Maybe streaming them. Yeah, I would love to. It's just the really long games and they're really hard. I don't know if I would redo Tomb Raider 2. I mean, maybe that's another game that, you know, when Geeky asked if I would revisit a game on the channel, because funnily enough, for some reason, a lot of people have watched my Tomb Raider 2 Let's Play, and it's terrible, but I really appreciate people watching it, so maybe we'd redo that. But again, Tomb Raider 2, bloody hard games, and Tomb Raider 3, don't even get me started on Tomb Raider 3. That's harder than walking on the moon in a pair of Speedos. That's bloody frick. But yeah, maybe is the answer. Thank you, Jeff. Courtney Drury, if you I could heart this video instead of like thumbs up, I would. So here, heart. Thank you very much. My question: what's your favorite anime or manga? Now, I don't ever really think I've watched. Well, I've definitely not watched many anime, and I don't think I've read any manga. But my go-to anime as a kid was always Dragon Ball Z. I was obsessed with that for the longest time. Pokemon, obviously. But it'd probably be Dragon Ball Z. I know it's such a basic answer, but I loved that show growing up. Really can't think of... I mean, I really did, actually. I think it counts. The Castlevania anime on Netflix. I haven't finished it, but I've watched the first, like, 3 seasons. Brilliant. Brilliant. Fucking brilliant. So, maybe that as well. But Dragon Ball Z wins out, I'd say. Yeah, I'd say that. Thank you for the question. MJ2578. Thrilled you have made it this far. Take care of yourself and know you earned this. Oh, thank you. Eliatti, great man, you deserve them, and more. I have a question. Are you planning on playing Final Fantasy Tactics or Vagrant Story on the channel? Anyways, thanks for all the great videos. Looking forward to your FF7 Part 2 playthrough. Me too. I'm really excited for that. God, I can't wait for Rebirth. Would I play FF Tactics or Vagrant Story? Both fantastic games. FF Tactics I've never beaten because I find that game pretty tough, and the reason I haven't decided to do it on the channel is because I think it would just take me forever. And the amount of, like, redos I would have to do, like, just the amount of editing I'd have to do would be insane if I didn't, like, really research on the best tactics to use, which I don't like to do. I like to just play a game as naturally as possible. So maybe that would be a fun game to stream again. Vagrant Story is great. I don't know it, you know, I can't even think if I did finish it. I do own it on PS1. And I've owned it for years, and I've definitely played through it a good chunk, but I don't remember if I technically beat it. But that's great. That's a game that needs a remaster as well. Both of them do. Maybe. Again, I find Vagrant Story quite a difficult game, and I don't know it very well. So that will be an interesting one to try and do on the channel, but maybe one day, because I think that game especially has such a fantastic atmosphere. Oh my gosh. It's dripping in atmosphere. But thank you, Ellie. Red Zone, because you're an awesome Let's Player. Thank you very much. I always watch your videos before I make my decision on my FF games. Well, that means a lot to me, Red Zone. G37. Thank you very much. It blows my mind when people say stuff like that. Emphy Zero Siege. I'm definitely saying your name wrong. I'm so sorry. Congratulations, and again, don't kill spiders, but put a glass on them instead and use a postcard or similar to lock them and release them in the garden. Take care. I mean, that's not a question, but I just can't do that with big spiders, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. Little ones, yeah. Oh, I totally do. But when they're fucking huge, I mean, I don't just go out of my way to kill them. If they're in the house in an area that isn't really an issue, then I leave them alone. But if they're in my bedroom, I can't catch them. They're too fast, and I don't want to hurt them when I try and catch them either. So, which I know is a little bit hypocritical because I kill them, but I like to kill them. If I'm gonna kill anything, it's got to be instant, right? I don't want it to suffer. All right, it's just gonna be instant, boom, lights out, gone. I know a lot of people will hate me for that, but I think a lot of people understand as well. I hate big spiders. I can't deal with them. But anyway, Red Zone is back again. As for my question, have you ever played the Siphon Filter trilogy? If so, what did you like about it, and what did you not like? I've only really played the first one, I think. They have just re-released them on PS Plus, on like PS4, PS5. I borrowed the first one off a friend at school. I did like it. I think at the time, though, it just wasn't very much like Metal Gear, and I just loved Metal Gear. It was much more actiony, so I didn't take to it as much as Metal Gear, and you compare, like, the voice acting in that game to Metal Gear, it's not even close. They're great games, though, I'm sure. I've never played 2 or 3. I don't think so. In fact, I don't know if I did borrow the first game or if it was the second. It wouldn't have been the third. I don't think it was the third. But I would like to actually play through them properly, just to see what I missed out on, really. Because, yeah, I did play one of them quite a bit. I think it was the first one, because you start out in the streets. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was the first one. So, no, I enjoyed it. I thought the gameplay was pretty fun, but it was just not as stealthy as I I wanted it to be for some reason. So I need to give them a revisit. What's on your headset? It is the Ifrit from FF16. And I love it so much. JCJ9MS. A big thank you to Square and HyperX for bloody giving me this, because that was crazy. Anseal, I hope I'm saying that right. Congratulations, Mage. I've been following you since the days you did LPs with Rob. Question, do you have any hobbies outside of gaming? Here's to another 30k. Well, thank you very much. And again, I don't really have many hobbies. I think playing pool, I love. Don't do it nearly enough. Watching movies. And that's about it, really. I really do need to find a new hobby. I really need to find motivation and inspiration to try something and get into something else. But thank you for the question. Oh my gosh. Skyver08197. Don't know why. Because you're chill and you play and replay games I love. You're just a normal dude who isn't trying to be a YouTuber. But you still care about audio quality and such. It's too rare of a quality. Well, thank you very much. I kind of despise the mentality of being a YouTuber or an influencer or a content creator, because it makes it sound like I'm trying to become like an internet celebrity or something, and I don't think I would enjoy that at all. A lot of people are getting into it just for that purpose. They want to be famous, and more power to them if they. I feel there's I've said this before, but I think there's two types of content creators. There's the ones that, at least in the gaming space, there's the ones that want themselves to be the brand and really push their image, their personality, which, really successful way of doing it if you've got that personality. For me, I'm more about showing off the games. I like the games, and I like talking about the games and reacting to the games, or telling stories about memories with games. I hate pushing myself as the face of the channel. I'm very uncomfortable doing that. So yeah, I don't really like the idea of being a YouTuber or an influencer, but if people find my stuff entertaining, then great. But and if they value my opinion on things, great, but it's not really why I did it. It's just because I love video games and I just want to share them with people, and especially for people who can't play them, or haven't got access to them, or are thinking of buying them. That's what I like doing. So thank you very much for that. I'd be interested to see you play some Phantasy Star classic games, but I totally understand if they don't appeal to you. It's not that they don't appeal to me. I just never really had them. The only one that I've played is Universe, which was on the 360, which I did actually quite enjoy. But I never played any of the classic ones. I did have a Mega Drive, and I know they were released on that system, but just never had them. So yeah, maybe that's a series one day I'd check out. They are somewhat different from Final Fantasy or even Star Ocean. Have you ever had any interest in discovering any older games that you may have skipped as a child? Oh, so many. Again, yeah, Phantasy Star is one of them. There's so many games that I've missed out on. Legend of Dragoon, frickin' Golden Sun, some of the Siphon Filter games. There's so many, because as a kid, you just can't get every game. The only time I really got video games was birthdays and Christmas. And that's when I'd be like overloaded with them. And that they would last me like the whole year until the next holiday. So, or the rare case that I would get them, at other times. So there's many, like the Suikoden games. Not really played many of those. Looking forward to 1 and 2 being re-released. Yeah, there's hundreds, probably even thousands of games I would love to try. But those are the ones that spring to mind. But thank you very much for the question. This tea is going very cold. Yeah, that's too cold now to drink. Oh, I've nearly finished it anyway. Milk Toast Gaming, hello. Which main FF character has the biggest junk, and why is it lightning? That is a great question. I don't think I've ever thought about it too much, but it's probably Kamari. Lightning has those, yeah, Big brass balls, though. Thank you very much for the question. Toxic Twinkie asks, or just says, congratulations. What is your favorite video game of all time? Metal Gear Solid / FF9. Thank you very much. 99% Orange Juice. What is your favorite Dragon Quest game and why? Dragon Quest 8. It was my first one, and I just love the world, the characters, the story, the gameplay, the music, the visuals, everything. It's freaking perfect. Freaking perfect. Thank you very much for the question. Wallflower Otaku, who is my most recent YouTube member. Thank you very much for that, by the way. Congratulations, it's well deserved. I'm so glad to see your hard work paying off. Thank you very much. Would you consider doing some playthrough of old school RPGs? I.e. Vagrant Story, Legend of Legaia. Legend of Legaia, that's another one. And Skies of Arcadia I would love to try as well. Legend of Mana, Threads of Fate. Threads of Fate's been mentioned to me a few times. Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross. Well, I've done Chrono Cross, so go check it out. That was really fun. Yeah, Legend of Dragoon. Chrono Trigger I have played, but not on the channel. That is on my to-do list. But yeah, I'd love to check out more of these old school RPGs that I never got a chance to play as a kid, either because they weren't released over here, or I just didn't get them. Which is why I'm really enjoying Star Ocean 2 at the moment. The remake just came out. Been loving that on stream. Playing that on Twitch. Yeah, I would absolutely. It's just finding the time and... Because the big commitments, aren't they? You know, they're all like 30-hour plus games or whatever. So it's a big time sink, but yeah, I would love to. And you could you tell us a bit more about your family, maybe? Understandable if not, of course, but it feels like we've gotten glimpses through the playthroughs and short videos. I'm curious about life in the Mage household and how they feel about your YouTube stardom. Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, I'm not going to get into too many personal details, but obviously I still live at home. It's just my mum and me and Max, and basically I can't afford to move out. Maybe one day. If YouTube really takes off, who knows? But it's probably not going to happen. Yeah, it's pretty chill. My sister, niece, and grandmother live pretty close, very close, in fact. So we're quite a close-knit family, and yeah, there's not much more to tell, really. Yeah, my life is very, very boring. Very boring. What they feel about my YouTube stardom, well, it's not stardom. It's really not. But yeah, they've been very supportive, and they don't find it too cringy, I don't think, hopefully. But, you know, again, it's been a very steady thing. It's grown over the years. God, no, I wouldn't want him to see any of my earlier videos because they're just awful. But, yeah, no, that's about it, really. Not much else to tell. Thank you very much for the questions. Liam Hewson, Mage, you're a good dude. Can you junction that into my mind forever by doing a Tomb Raider 3 playthrough? I love the crossover with FF8 and Tomb Raider there. Maybe one day. Tomb Raider 3 is so fucking hard, though, man. Oh my god. I think I don't even know if I'd get through the first level now. Thank you very much. And you're very kind. Robert Trevette. A question I've wondered for a long time is, have you watched much of the Resonant Arc analysis of FF? And if so, what are your thoughts on Kaysen and Mike's views of the series? I've never heard of that. I've never heard of the Resonant Arc. I don't tend to watch a lot of big YouTubers. Very few. Yeah, sorry. I haven't seen any of that. Congrats on the subs, and I hope you watch it for many more years. Well, thank you very much. I might have to check that out. I don't know. But yeah, I don't... it's funny, I don't really watch a lot of, like, analysis videos of things. I don't know why. I've just... Maybe I'm just lazy. I can't be bothered. I don't know. But thank you very much for the comment. NJP2K914. Amazing. Thank you. Phoenix Moon. Congrats, Mage. Congrats. Is that Robo Justice? Congrats, Mage. Thank you. Seaborn the Unready. I warned you. Congrats, mate. Well deserved. And I see 40, 50k coming up soon. Well, I don't. But thank you very much. Also linked a YouTube video there. I'm scared to click it. I'm scared to click it. I'm going to mute my desktop audio just in case it's really loud. Oh, I warned you. Okay, it's Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Okay, very good. Very good. Oh crap, I've clicked off the bloody video. Ah, this is your fault. This is your fault. I've clicked off the video. I've lost my comments. Oh god, history. History tab. Let's get back. Let's get back. Where's me bloody recently closed? Why is wait, why is it not on the list of videos I was just on? I was literally just on it. That's weird. Okay. I guess Chrome just didn't recognize that I was on that video. That's very strange. Right, it's okay. I found it again. I found it again. This is just so professional. Where was I again? How many more questions have we got? Okay, not too many. We're definitely going to get this done in this video. Promise. Thank you, Seaborn. Right, I've been around since your Harry Potter Let's Plays, says Original Addict. So 2016, 2017, congrats on the milestone, mate. Thank you very much. I can't believe some people have been around that long, if not longer. Mike DC. First of all, I am so happy for you, Mage. Only just found your channel a little more than a year ago because I wanted to watch someone play FF1. And to my surprise, you have played pretty much every mainline game. An even bigger surprise is your love of Dragon Quest. Instantly became my favorite YouTuber. Oh, thank you very much. I do love me some FF and Dragon Quest. To top it off, you're incredibly humble and kind to your viewer fan base. Ah, oh, fuck you, mate. Fuck you, I'm not. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. In another life, I think we'd be very good friends. Anyway, my question would be, if you could only play one franchise for the rest of your life, which would it be? Dragon Quest or Final Fantasy? Also, if you could have a second question, have you ever played RuneScape? Wishing you the absolute best and road to 100k begin. I don't think we're getting close to that, but thank you very much. I am very, very flattered. So, question 1. It'd have to be Final Fantasy. Purely for the variety of Final Fantasy, and, you know, it's got some of my, like, Final Fantasy IX is my favorite game of all time, joint. Yeah, I just think Final Fantasy has more variety. It has lower lows, I'd say, than Dragon Quest, but it has higher highs, if that makes any sense. I just think it's more interesting. Dragon Quest tends to stick to the same formula, so I as much as I love both of them, I adore both of them, and I love them for being what they are. I think Final Fantasy has to win. Second question, I have played RuneScape. Have I mentioned this in a previous video or something? Shout out to me mate Mark, who's fucking obsessed with RuneScape to this day. I don't know, he has been watching these, so yeah. RuneScape, I did play a little bit back in high school, and I was playing it because, again, my friend Mark was getting into it at the time, and I was also really sad that I couldn't play FF11 anymore, so I wanted like an MMO, and RuneScape was free, so it was like, okay, I'll give it a try. So I did play it for like a few weeks, and then something else must have come along, but thank you very much for the question. Thank you very much. Hannah Hollis. Congrats on 30k, Mage. You certainly earned it. Thank you very much. Blister Dude 123. To celebrate, I have no ideas. This is what makes you Mage. Eminent relatability. Oh, well, I'm glad. I'm glad. If my schlubbiness can be relatable in any way. Relentless Thoughts. Congrats, Mage. You very much deserve it. You guys are too kind. Look at this. Tonimara? 5169. Congrats, Mage. You deserve all the good things to happen to you and your channel. Question. Well, thank you very much, first of all. What is your dream game that you want made? Dark Cloud 3. Please. Please, someone make Dark Cloud 3. Please, Sony. Do it. Get level 5 back. Just make Dark Cloud 3, for the love of fuck. That would be the one I would say. Yes. Yeah, it's a very easy answer, actually. Tub64. Which game has the best water effects, or is it too tough? Fire effects, what the hell? Best earth effects or wind effects? Ooh, yeah, this is a tough one. Best water effects. I mean, BioShock 1 was unbelievable at the time. I think they've aged a little bit. Subnautica. I think we have to shout out Subnautica. That's beautiful water effects. Pretty much any Naughty Dog game, like their water is always stunning. And Ubisoft, like the water in the Assassin's Creed games. Yeah, I'd say those are good shouts. And the what? Yeah, I mean Ubisoft, I guess, made Watch Dogs as well. Watch Dogs has some good water effects too, like really, really real looking. And the Tomb Raider, the recent Tomb Raider games, phenomenal as well. As for fire effects, I mean, Far Cry 2 back in the day was impressive. The fact that it would like spread and shit, and San Andreas, not quite as impressive, but still, the way that the fire would react was pretty realistic. Best fire effects. I think it's got to. It's probably. You know what? Actually, Final Fantasy 16. I mean, maybe not realistic, but really nice fire effects in that game. Wind effects, earth effects, don't know. Wind effects, I think The Witcher 3 had amazing wind effects. I love wind effects in games. I love looking at trees blowing in the wind. It's great. I'm so sad. Yeah, Witcher 3 probably for that. Thank you for the questions. Steve Genova, why is it that you love Renoa so much? No, seriously, besides gaming music, what's your favorite artist bands? Okay, well, I love soundtracks, so Hans Zimmer, John Williams, just incredible composers. I really love Muse. I've actually been to see them live. Queen, bands like that, I guess. I listened to a lot of Linkin Park growing up. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Nirvana, stuff like that. Although I very rarely do listen to bands nowadays. But I'd probably go with those. Yeah. Thank you for the question. C.R. Macaulay, finally, 30,127 subscribers, the ultimate milestone. If you were stranded somewhere and you were only allowed to play the video games of a single developer again, who would they be? I'm guessing Square Enix, but would like to hear from you. I mean, I'm gonna choose a different answer there because I think Square Enix, obviously hugely important to me with their games, but I think I'm gonna go with Level 5. I think I'm gonna go for Level 5 for that question, just because they've developed some of my all-time favorite games: Dark Cloud 1 and 2, Dragon Quest 8, Rogue Galaxy. I really enjoyed the first Layton game that I played. I'd like to play more of those. Ni no Kuni. I mean, they've got a fantastic library of games. I think Level 5 would have to be up there. Or maybe Naughty Dog, someone like that. Yeah, probably. I think those would be my two top contenders, I'd say, if not for Square Enix. Thank you for the question. Loud AF asks, not a question, but I've been grinding your old Pokemon videos. It's inspired me to start my first ever Nuzlocke on the first Pokemon game I had, Emerald. I'm having an absolute blast with it, so thank you so much for all the work you do, and I hope you're able to continue being an inspiration to everyone here. Well, thank you very much, and good luck. I hope your Nuzlocke is going well. At this point, it's like a month ago, so I hope you're still going strong, if not beating it. And, yeah, good shit. If you're watching this, let me. What was your team? What was your final team if you got far with it? Riku 2005. Grats, man. Been watching you ever since the old days when you did co-op with Tokyo Dome. What a milestone! I can't believe some of you have been around since that era. That's crazy. Thank you so much. Cyrus Robinson. I'm probably saying your name wrong. I'm so sorry. Wonderful stuff. Congratulations. Thank you. My question, are you ever likely to do a Skyrim playthrough? I have yet to find anyone watchable enough, but your combination of humor and self-awareness might well change that. Oh, go on, please. I mean, surely there's many watchable Skyrim playthroughs out there. Surely. surely am doing a much better job than I could ever do. But I'd love to do Skyrim one day. It's just a massive bloody game, innit? So I don't know what new I could bring to the table with Skyrim. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Thank you very much. I'm flattered that you would think that my attempt at it would be better than most of them out there, because Skyrim is a game that has been done to death, let's be honest. Christic, woo, thank you for the wonderful videos. If you could play a game for the first time again, which would you pick? Again, I think I've answered this before, but it would probably be something like a BioShock or a Final Fantasy X or MGS1, something like that, probably. Yeah. Stephen Genova's back again. Skyrim playthrough. Yeah, some people really want to see me play Skyrim. Aliens, no, not that monster, stands in front of you. What do you present to them as a gift from humanity to all aliens? That's a really interesting question. What would I present to them? Oh, God. Just a computer that's loaded up to my YouTube page. Got to get those subs, man. Got to get those views. No, I have no idea. I have no idea. A nice cup of tea. A nice cup of tea. I mean, it'd be pretty cold by the time it gets back to the other aliens, but yeah, nice cup of tea. We've made it to the final question, guys. We've made it to the final question in record time. Not record time. This has taken so long. An extremely late comment here. It says Dennis Irvin. I don't quite remember if I have sent a comment before or not, since I can't find it. No worries, no worries. I'm reading this one anyway. Massive congratulations to you for reaching this milestone, Mage. It is well deserved. You are absolutely brilliant, man. You guys are too bloody kind, and definitely my favorite Let's Player on YouTube. Never look down on yourself or your work because you're always top tier. I've seen your Q&A videos, heard your thoughts. I just want you to know that each minute you spend on your content makes a difference to people. You make us smile, laugh, feel like we belong, and it just makes us energized to take on what life brings us. Dennis, you are incredibly kind, and honestly, I've seen many comments from you. You just like this. You're just super freaking, just very, very kind. I can't think of the words to properly describe. I know that I'm late and you might not make more questions. No, absolutely. This is it. If I already state a question, figure to give it a go. Why is Charizard your favorite Pokemon? It's mine too. Because he's a dragon. He's a fire-breathing dragon. I just love him. And I loved him in the anime because he was just an edgelord. He just didn't listen to anything. And he was so powerful. And I just love fire Pokemon. So yeah, Charizard is my favorite. I don't know if you want to tell us. It's fine if you don't. Maybe you already have. What's your in real life first name? Just curious. I mean, I don't really like people to use my real name on here. I just call me Mage. But my first name is Martin, and I think quite a few people know this, so I'm okay saying it. But yeah, call me Mage. Thank you, Mage, for being you. Always appreciate all you do. If I had the economy for it, I'd support you in more than just words and likes. Oh, trust me, words and likes do more than you think. Staying amazing, continue to bring joy to people's hearts. 40,000 isn't far off. Well, thank you very much. That brings a close to the Q&A series, celebrating 30,127 subs. When will we do this again? I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever reach another milestone, but regardless, thank you for being here for this and watching my stuff, because it not only just helps my mental health massively, it helps me financially. You guys don't realize how much of an impact you actually have on my life as well. So thank you very much. This is getting a bit soppy, isn't it? It's getting a bit soppy. Fuck you guys. Fuck you. No. Thank you for watching this very long Q&A series. I really appreciate you all. Hope you have a lovely rest of your day. And yeah, maybe we'll do this again sometime. It's always fun hearing from you chaps, and hopefully you got something out of this. So, I guess I'll get back to recording my regular stuff. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye for now.